If you are the type of person who is such a procrastinator and a perfectionist, this video today is for you. I'm talking to all of us who are planners, researchers, analyzers, overthinkers, and we always feel like we are not ready and there's something we could do just before we start. So we find ourselves stuck in a loop of preparing over and over and over again. What I want to tell us today is that loop is not your security, is not your safety, but rather a form of self-protection. Hi, my name is Rhoda and welcome to Miss on a Mission. If you've not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and becoming part of this community. If you have, welcome back and thank you for stopping by once again. For a while now, I have been that person, especially in the past years. The person that does a lot of research, the person that takes a lot of courses, the person that prepares and even goes ahead an extra mile, gets the products. For instance, if it's all about content creation, I'm going to purchase all the items that I need, from the ring light to the tripod to a camera if I am in a position to get one. And it takes me longer. The period between the thought and the action, it is prolonged. And to me, that feels like productivity. Only recently, as recent as last year, I realized that, wait, it has been years of preparing. It has been years of analyzing, of taking courses, of learning more, of preparing for things, but never an action. And I thought, oh my God, I have duped myself over and over and over again. But then again, I'm like, I needed to take that lesson. I needed to experience that to know in the first place it's an issue. Without me experiencing that, I don't believe I would be here talking to you about this, because I don't have that experience. And now today, that's what we're unpacking. If you are this person, I want you to know that you feel productive without the risk of failure, rejection, or judgment. Let's have an example of myself, for instance. I wanted to work with brands ever since I started this journey. I was working so hard so that I could hit the milestone of having the necessary requirements, like the following, like the engagement, so that when I pitched to brands, they were going to find me worthy of collaborating with them, of working with them. But then I'm taking all these courses about social media. I am learning and relearning about pitching to brands, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not directly pitching to clients. I'm not making the content that is going to open the doors for me to work with brands. But I'm still creating content and I'm still learning. I'm in class, always in class, learning about something in this career path that I'm pursuing. And that is communicating something to my brain, to me, that we are being productive. We're investing money into our dream. We are pursuing something that is serious. And look, no one is rejecting me because I'm not welcoming anyone in for them to have that chance of criticizing, judging what I do. I am not failing because all I am doing is preparing. I'm consistently learning about something in this career. So I'm not failing. Well, I invested some bucks in social media management course. I'm not gonna try beyond that class, so I won't fail, and that is productivity. I'm not actively pitching to brands, so it means there's no rejection that is coming my way. But because I'm learning about code pitching, how I can navigate this working with brands thing, then well, that is productivity. But there's no one that is directly rejecting me because I'm not doing anything to welcome rejection. Only to come to understand later that that was a loop that I stayed in to protect myself. I'm scared of what is beyond the mediocre, what is beyond the normal life that I know, what is beyond my comfort zone. I cannot leave, but I'm not stagnant. I'm doing something. And that is protecting myself. And it's not even about career only. When it comes to my case, it wasn't about career only. It was about friendships. It was about relationships. It was about family dynamics, family relationship. It was about work. It was literally about all the facets of my life. Once I realized that, of course, I changed the course. Because if I am doing all these things and nothing is changing, then it means there is something I'm not doing right. And I cannot get different results by just doing the same thing. I need to change something. I need to tweak this strategy into something else that is going to give me a different result. And the thing is this, it's not like I didn't know what to do. It's not like you don't know what you need to do. And what you need to do is to shift your mindset, your identity from a thinker to a doer. I have taken this class about cold pitching to brands. At the end of that class, I'm going to pitch to 3 brands. You are now acting out of your mind and you're putting it into action. You're welcoming rejection. You're welcoming possibility of working with a brand. You are welcoming failure, and failure is not just failure. Failure is a form of success. It's the process that begets success. When you fail, you've got an extra lesson on your hands. And this is what you're going to do because this is what I'm doing and it's working. Let me feed you all. Is to incorporate the do first, think later rule. This is absolutely a game changer. Start by reframing your thinking. That action is safer than overthinking. If I act, I am safer than if I just sit and think and rethink about it. If need be, I always say it loud to yourself. If need be, just to reframe and reprogram your mind that it's safe for me to act than to overthink. And what you're going to do is this. Every single day, send at least 2. The list, just send 2. Send 2 cold pitches. Just send. Or you can start with 1. Send it every single day. Send to a different brand. Engage it. Send that pitch. If it's a job you're looking for and you've been working on your interview skills, you're ready now. Are you applying for jobs? Send your resume. Call someone. Connect with a network that you know. If you're lucky enough to walk around and pass by companies and engage top managers, the appropriate managers, do so. Every single day, challenge yourself, push yourself, and make sure you tick that box. That's your goal every single day. If you are into writing, publish an article every single day, at least 1. Doesn't matter if it's an entire page or it's 2 pages, 10 pages, it doesn't matter. Publish something. You're into content like myself and you want to grow your brand, your audience. Post something. Doesn't matter if it gets views or not. Post something. And don't post something out of, I need to post something. Plan ahead. Like if it's today in the evening, I plan for what I'm going to be publishing tomorrow. Do it. Be consistent. Be committed to that goal. Get out of the loop of self-protection. That one job that you feel like you are unqualified, apply to that job. Reach out to that brand, not with your numbers, but with your heart. I've come to realize that sometimes brands are not looking for the numbers. They want you. They want your personality. They are looking for you because you have a unique voice. You have a unique experience. Your life story is what they are looking for. Imagine you are sleeping on that. Reach out to them. Give them a call. Send that DM. Talk to them with your heart. Just pour your heart to them. They reject you? Perfect. One down. Next. By doing these tiny things that apparently they might seem tiny but scary, you are reprogramming your nervous system. You are teaching your nervous system that it's okay to get used to uncertainty but still move. Your nervous system is used to certainty. We know we're going to have this class, and then after that we're going to look for another one, master class. We're going to have all this knowledge, but we are never going to apply it, at least not now. It knows that is its safe space. That is its safe box. Now you are reprogramming it. You're telling it, we can send that DM, we can send that cold pitch, we can apply to that job that we feel unqualified for. We are not sure if you're going to even get a rejection email. But that is not going to stop us from pursuing the next goal. That is not going to make us stay stagnant on this spot. And once your nervous system catches that, you're good to go. The next thing that you need to do is learning in motion, aka imperfect action. You know how dreams die? Dreams die by waiting to get ready. Imagine it took me 3 years, for instance, or 2 years to start pitching to brands because I never felt ready, because I never felt like I was skilled enough, like I had it in me to work with brands, to collaborate. And thank God I could see I have this deeper passion to pursue this career path full time. That's why I don't stop, no matter how many hurdles I come across. But imagine someone else who is not as passionate as I am. They would say it's not working, the audience is not there, the growth is very slow. Why do I have to do this anyway? And I have a day job. I'll think about this in the future, and they just do away with it. That is how dreams die. By starting, you are getting ready. Start sharing your story with the brands. Are they going to say no to you? Perfect. It's okay. Have your unique voice. Build that community. Pour yourself out there without saving yourself, and build your community authentically from the scratch. And oftentimes than not, whatever you think is cringe, that is what everyone is looking for. And everyone is hoping someone is bolder enough than them to bring that cringe online. And if that person is you, then you are doing a disservice to yourself and to the rest of the people. So start sharing your story. Start going to events, networking events. Start saying no to the things that are not what you're looking for. Stop flirting with things and people that are the opposite of who you want to be. Cut everything out. Be bold. Show up as you. Let people cancel you, because by being cancelled, that is how you're going to be accepted by your true, authentic community. I always say this. You don't fit in here because your community is out there waiting for you, and you're going to mesh in with them perfectly, just perfectly. The next thing you're going to do is to start risking. Limit the time you take between your thinking and the action. This entire time you're taking between research, planning, analyzing, asking around, limit it. Give yourself a deadline. In the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do research on A, B, C, D, and after that, I'm going to act. That is the only way you're going to move forward. Otherwise, you will find yourself in the same loop of planning, researching, trying to find more information, and there is always going to be more information. So you need to limit that time. You need to be very intentional about the act of research, because sometimes research gets interesting. I don't know if that's the case for everybody, but when it comes to myself, I love doing research. I love coming across new information that gives me some rush. It makes me be so exhilarated to pursue more, to go deeper and find more of that information. If I don't limit myself, give myself a timeline, then I might find myself stuck in that loop. And that's what you need to do as well. Instead, I have learned to turn research and planning into a reward and not a default. This is what I mean. I believe so far I have so much information about cold pitching, so I am going to watch that pitching video after I send my pitching email. I send it first, and then I'm going to watch that video right after. This way, I'm rewarding my action and not just making the research part of it my default. And that has worked. And sometimes I cringe because I'm like, oh, I could have said, I didn't say this. But then I've learned the next pitching email that I'm going to send is not going to be like the first one. And that is how I'm learning. And I'm learning in the move. And you gotta do the same. The next thing that I've learned, and this is has been the most scary so far, is it's triggering my inner delusional bold energy. This is what I mean. Imagine I say I have faith, but then I'm operating from a fear-based faith. Oh, I know God is going to do it for me. But then I'm not. I'm so scared to take that leap of faith. What is that? What is that? Instead, what I've started asking myself is, what if I win? What if they say yes? What if I apply for that job that I feel so unqualified for and I get that job? What if I approach that brand and they say yes? It's me flipping my fear and asking myself the necessary questions. I'm scared, yes, but I'm operating from faith, not the vice versa. And it's the same thing that I've found myself doing, and because of hard conversation with people, other people have experienced it and are experiencing it. Their energy is not in alignment with their faith. Someone says, I want this job, I'm hoping to get this job, I have belief I'm going to get this job if I apply for it. And then they hit send the application, and immediately after they apply, they sit in fear. They're trying to sabotage that because they're so used to sabotaging their success. They are saying things to themselves like, nobody's going to look at that email. Maybe it went to the wrong destination, mail address. I think there are more people who are qualified than I am. I don't think a brand like this would really want to work with someone like me. You are energetically, you are sabotaging your action. And you know what that is going to give you? Negative results. Because it doesn't matter whether you are involved physically. If you manipulate it energetically, you mess up with it completely. So you need to put your fear away. Move in fear, but let that fear be faith-based. I am so scared. I don't think like I'm qualified, but I know I can do this. I'm hitting send. Leave it at that. You don't question, you don't talk about it negatively. You move on with your life. On to the next goal. It is scary, but trust you me, it is worth it. The next thing that I am doing and you gotta do is tracking your action and not just plans. And this is something I've talked about before in my videos, is you keep up your word by acting. You are building the portfolio for your evidence. I say I was going to do 3 pitches every single day. It's been 3 weeks now, and every single day I have accomplished that goal. I said I was going to DM these brands. I did it. It's been 3 weeks, and every single day I did it like I said. It's about you tracking the actions. I said I was going to do ABCD. Did I do it? Yes. You are enlarging your evidence portfolio. Every time your mind comes back with, you're a failure, you're a procrastinator, nope. You just remove your portfolio and you tell it, I don't think that's me. In the past, yes, but now that's not me. You are reprogramming your mind, and now you are moving in alignment with the future you, with the highest version of yourself. Every single end of the day, when you come back home, I want you to write down one bold action I took. Just one. If you have 5, perfect. But one that made you feel like your heart was getting out of your cage. Write down one fear you faced today. What is one fear I faced today? And the third thing is, what is one thing I am proud of today? Every single day. Guess what you're doing? It's your portfolio you are building for evidence. When your mind comes back with, you are a failure, a lazy procrastinator who just plans and nothing happens, you're going to say, no, I'm not that person. That is the past version of myself. This version, here. And that way you are reprogramming your mind that when we did things scared, we did things that we thought we would never be able to do every single day in a month. And by doing so, that is how you're going to measure your success. It is the only way you're going to measure your success. I hope this video was very informative to everyone that gets to watch it. And until the next one, I want you to go out to be the best versions of yourselves that you've always wanted to be. And I will see you in the next one.